Charlie 9er TDI holding course to island. Over?
You think it's just a cartoon? You're wrong. Total Drama Island is pure madness. It started as a parody and became a cult phenomenon. Betrayal, brutal challenges, wild plot twists, and characters you'll never forget. But there's more to this show than meets the eye. In this video, you'll discover 10 powerful facts they don't tell you in the official versions. Facts that might just change the way you see this show. Ready? Then buckle up, because we're starting.
Millie back her pillow right now!
Okay, but taking the...
What many fans don't realize is that Total Drama Island almost never existed. Looking at Total Drama Island behind the scenes shows the incredible amount of research that went into understanding the target audience. Originally conceived in 2003 under the name Camp TV, the show faced multiple rejections before finding its path to success. Creators Tom McGillis and Jennifer Perch refused to give up on their vision, refining the concept until Teletoon finally approached them in 2006. But here's where it gets interesting. Before production began, the team conducted an extensive countrywide online research project focused specifically on the 9 to 14-year-old demographic. What were Canadian tweens watching? The answer: Fear Factor, Survivor, and American Idol. This crucial insight shaped the show's direction, transforming it from a simple camp cartoon into the reality show parody that captivated audiences worldwide. The transition from Camp TV to Total Drama Island involved multiple rejections and concept refinements, but the persistence paid off with a cultural phenomenon that continues to resonate with viewers.
If we just stick together!
Agreed!
Would you believe that this seemingly simple animated series had a production budget of approximately $8 million? The Total Drama Island production involved a budget of approximately $8 million and utilized flash animation technology, which was a significant investment for an unproven concept at the time. This financial commitment demonstrates just how much faith the network had in the show's potential. The animation was handled by Elliott Animation under directors Todd Kaufman and Mark Thornton, who implemented strict confidentiality agreements for the entire cast and crew. Why such secrecy? Because the show's format, eliminating contestants one by one, meant that spoilers could ruin the viewing experience. This level of security was unprecedented for an animated series mirroring the real-world reality shows it parodied. The investment paid off spectacularly, with the show becoming a global hit and spawning multiple successful seasons, proving that sometimes the biggest risks yield the greatest rewards.
You got any hockey tape?
Nope.
At first glance, the contestants might seem like one-dimensional stereotypes: the goth girl, the jock, the nerd, the queen bee. However, the Total Drama Island characters were carefully designed to represent common teenage stereotypes while still having depth. This deliberate approach created characters that were instantly recognizable, yet capable of growth and complexity. Take Duncan, for example. Initially positioned as the typical bad boy, his character evolved significantly throughout the series. His relationships with Courtney and Gwen revealed vulnerabilities beneath his tough exterior. Similarly, Heather began as the archetypal mean girl, but developed into one of the most complex characters in the series. Even Ezekiel, who started as a socially awkward homeschooled kid, underwent a dramatic transformation into Feral Zeke, a controversial character arc that generated significant fan discussion. This balance of stereotype and depth is what made the characters so relatable and the show so addictive. Viewers could recognize the archetypes while still being surprised by their development.
We play Ace! You got this!
Fascinating total. Drama Island trivia includes the fact that group recording sessions were used to enhance character interactions. Unlike many animated shows where voice actors record their lines separately, Total Drama Island often brought performers together for group sessions. This unconventional approach created more natural dialogue and authentic interactions between characters. The Total Drama Island voice actors were encouraged to improvise during recording sessions, adding their own personality to the characters. Scott McCord, who voiced Duncan, has mentioned in interviews that many of his lines were improvised on the spot. Megan Fallenbach, the voice behind Gwen, emphasized the importance of cast chemistry in creating believable relationships on screen. This collaborative environment fostered creativity and spontaneity, resulting in dialogue that felt genuine despite the exaggerated animated setting. It's this attention to authentic interaction that helped the show transcend its cartoon format and connect with audiences on a deeper level.
Me, dude. Please tell me there's a really big dog.
The character of Total Drama Island. Chris McLean was designed to parody narcissistic reality show hosts, but his development went far beyond simple mockery. Chris's sadistic enjoyment of contestants' suffering became one of the show's most distinctive and darkly humorous elements. His catchphrases and gleeful announcements of dangerous challenges made him simultaneously lovable and detestable. What's particularly interesting is how Chris's character evolved to become increasingly sociopathic as the series progressed. By later seasons, his disregard for contestant safety reached new heights, reflecting the real-world criticism that reality shows prioritize drama and ratings over participant well-being. This satirical element added a layer of social commentary that many viewers might have missed. Meanwhile, Total Drama Island Chef Hatchet was voiced by Brian Dobson, who balanced comedy and intimidation in his performance, creating the perfect foil for Chris's narcissistic host persona. Together, these characters provided much of the show's comedic framework, while simultaneously critiquing the reality television industry.
You mean when you ran away?
I thought you were right behind me.
Even the most dedicated fans might have missed some of the cleverly concealed references throughout the series. Sharp-eyed viewers have spotted numerous Total Drama Island Easter eggs, including a hidden Ezekiel shadow in the Sweden Sour episode. These subtle details weren't just random additions. They often foreshadowed plot developments or referenced previous events in the show. The creators intentionally included these hidden elements to reward attentive viewers and enhance the viewing experience. The show's active fan community worked collaboratively to identify and document these Easter eggs, creating a shared experience that extended beyond passive watching. Some references were nods to popular culture, while others connected to the show's own expanding mythology. This attention to detail demonstrated the creators' commitment to crafting a rich, layered world that could sustain multiple viewings and discoveries, a quality that helped build the show's dedicated fan base.
The teammate as a human shield, then he tied the world record for the longest part.
Perhaps one of the most unusual aspects of the show was its approach to the finale. The existence of Total Drama Island different winners across regions was a unique approach to international distribution. Depending on which country you watched in, you might have seen a completely different contestant crown the winner. This wasn't a translation error or regional censorship. It was a deliberate strategy. In North America, Owen was declared the winner, while in other regions, Gwen took home the prize. This unusual approach served multiple purposes. It created buzz as fans discovered the discrepancy. It allowed for cultural preferences in different markets, and it maintained suspense even for viewers who might have heard spoilers from other regions. This innovative distribution strategy reflected the show's meta-awareness of reality TV conventions, where the journey often matters more than the final outcome. It also demonstrated the creators' understanding of their global audience and willingness to experiment with traditional television formats,